This was supposed to be a Stickman pod, but it's not. So I'm just here, and I'm talking to a computer by myself in a room that's a little bit too hot for me. It's a little bit too hot for me. I've been kicked out of 3 locations that I have tried to study and record. I just had some gluten-free bread that was not good. I am severely sleep deprived as is right now. I got 2 hours of sleep last night. I need to study a lot more. Ooh. I need to study a lot more, but I'm kind of getting hit with the wave right now. I don't know what the plan is, but right now what the plan is talking about main slate. You know what I'm saying? Everybody loves main slate, so I'm just gonna go through a couple of guys that I think are underpriced on DraftKings because that's what I have access to. If anyone asks, I'm 27. So quarterback, we have Ryan Tannehill. He's only 6,500. He's a mid-price quarterback, and he's in the Arizona versus Tennessee game. Obviously, new weapons with Julio. I mean, you know the deal. Ryan Tannehill has just been a consistent, borderline elite fantasy producer for the better part of the past 2 years, and in the Arizona game, there's plenty of stacking options. I mean, he is a very solid quarterback to start your build around. And then secondly, these are generally for a GPP. I play my GPP, but this one, it's just whatever. Mac Jones at 4,400. You just don't find people that are gonna be guaranteed to pass the ball for their team for that cheap. I happen to be a very big Mac Jones fan, but even if I wasn't, I would play a quarterback that is starting at that price every time. Just plug him in there. I mean, you could do far worse than Mac Jones at 4,400. On to receiver, we have Stephon Diggs, who comes in at 7,600, which is the 6th highest price receiver on the slate, which is simply a misprice because I don't care the matchup. I mean, it's Buffalo Pittsburgh. It's a tough matchup, but I mean Diggs should not be the 6th price receiver on the slate. I mean, at worst he should be 4th or 5th. He's just that guy. You could have him as the highest price receiver every slate, and I wouldn't bet on that because he's just kind of that motherfucker. He's kind of a stud. Terry McLaurin is severely underpriced at 6,400. Comes in as a mid wide receiver 2 there, pricing wise on the slate. And with Ryan Fitzpatrick coming in, and with no Curtis Samuel, this guy's going to have like 57 targets, and they're all going to be deep, and they're going to be great. So, I'm shoving Terry in basically every lineup, and I actually do like a stack with Ryan Fitzpatrick in that game there. Jalen Waddle at 3,600 is simply too underpriced, especially with Will Fuller gone for week 1. I mean, Waddle could step into easily 6, 7, 8 targets. And I'm not even a huge Waddle fan, but the opportunity plus talent it's just there, especially in week 1. And for that price, I mean, it's a smash. Plug him in whenever you can. Marquez Callaway at 3,400 is another very interesting piece because with no Traquan Smith, with no Michael Thomas, with Adam Troutman hurt, Jameis needs to throw to somebody. And Marquez Callaway is clear in a way the number 1 option besides Alvin Kamara. And he's damn near minimum price. He is a smash button too. Him and Waddle are smashes with Terry McLaurin. And then once again, Elijah Moore at 3,000 with no Jamison Crowder. He's a smash again. I mean, you got to figure out a way to get all these guys in your lineup. Going on to running back, we have Christian McCaffrey at 9.5K. This isn't necessarily a great value, but when he was smashing, this man was well over 10K. I mean, he was pushing 11 plus K. And I'm not saying he's going to be as prolific this year, but just know that a sub 10K CMC is something that's been pretty rare historically. So, I mean, you can't go wrong with him. Aaron Jones at 6,800. He's the 10th price running back on the slate, and he's been the definition of a top 5 or a fringe top 5 running back. So, I mean, he's just obviously a great value at 6,800. Less than 7,000 for him. And then Chase Edmonds versus Tennessee. coming in at 4,600. Fair price for Chase Edmonds. It's just lots of stacking options, and there's a possibility that Arizona goes down early, and he's going to be in there a lot catching balls. So I like Edmonds as a value running back. Getting a little further. Is there? Please say it's recording. Okay, I had to be pissed. Travis Kelsey at 8,300. Once again, this is a discount from when he was on his historic pace. I'm not saying you have to play him, but I mean, you could do far worse than Travis Kelsey. Plus, once you play Travis Kelsey, you're getting into more unique builds because obviously not everybody rosters Travis Kelsey. But everybody will be rostering Kyle Pitts, and for good reason, because he's been consensus tight end 4, 5, 6. I have closer to like tight end 5 in season long, and right now he's priced as tight end 8 on the slate. And he's going against an Eagles team that is not necessarily the most ferocious defense. So I mean, Pitts should just come in and he should come in and smash. And I mean, he's a really good value at 4.4K, which is, I mean, come on, incredible. On a defense, full disclosure, I always pay down on defense. So I'm a pretty big fan of Atlanta at 2K flat. I mean, you can't go wrong with a 2K defense. And they're facing Jalen Hurts, who's not a very prolific passer, not very accurate. He could pick the ball over a couple of times, turn the ball over a couple of times, fumble a little bit maybe. And then I'm playing Atlanta mostly everywhere, but I mean, the Jets at 2.4K, you could do worse there too, I guess. But mostly Atlanta. So that's about it. Just a couple of thoughts there. Hopefully you get your lineups in. Make sure you play. Let's do locks for the slate. I like Aaron Jones a lot. I like Terry McLaurin a lot. And I like Jalen Waddle a lot. I like Max Jones a lot as well. Those are pretty cool guys.